The Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Heroes Season 2 involves the rise of a monster called the Spirit Turtle, and the S.H.I.E.L.D. hero is requested by the Queen to help defeat the Spirit Turtle because it's a major threat, as big of a threat as the waves from Season 1. And then he goes on to do that. And then the second half of the season, party of the S.H.I.E.L.D. hero ends up getting reset to level 1, and then transferred to the other world that the heroes that attacked from the wave were from back in Season 1. Of course, levels don't mean anything in this universe, so them getting reset to level 1 literally does not fucking matter. Anyway, the cause of both of these events seems to be some isekai evil wizard man who comes from another world and who is trying to prevent the waves is the reason he gives, but then I actually think he's trying to use the waves to his own devices. I'm going to be honest, I generally cared less and less about what was happening the longer the season went on. The important thing is that a major component of Season 1 was the rape accusations against the S.H.I.E.L.D. hero, but that got resolved way back in Season 1, and so the princess, who they changed her name to Bitch, and I just straight up refuse to call her that, but I actually don't remember her real name, isn't a major part of that, and considering that was such a major driving plot of the original season, that not being a part of Season 2, because they already wrapped up that plot line, really ends up putting all of the weight on the waves and what's going on with the waves. And we still don't know the purposes of the waves. There's a little hints given, but not too much progress is made in that regard. And that really was the only other interesting thing about the actual show. Because, let's face it, all of the characters are terrible and boring. So we end up in a scenario where we're not really progressing the waves because although artificial waves are created as part of this, they're completely artificial and they don't really give the purposes or necessarily what's going on. We get a little more time with the heroes from the other world and we get to explore their world, but the world building isn't particularly interesting in any of these worlds, so that doesn't matter either. The S.H.I.E.L.D. hero is still kind of overpowered. At the end, he just gets so mad that he goes full edgelord mode. I hate using the term edgy, but like the show reaches a level of edgy at this point where there's no avoiding it. He just goes full edgelord and he's just like, "You're a bitch who just wants to get into the bow hero's pants," he says to one of his companions, because he's angry and he's possessed by his evil shield is what's happening. And then of course we have to deal with the same problem from Season 1, which is that there are 3 other heroes and they don't fucking do anything because the Queen asks them, "Hey, can you help with the Spirit Turtle?" And they're like, "Fuck off, we're not going to help with the Spirit Turtle. That's not our job." Fast forward to the end of that arc, they tried to help with the Spirit Turtle and they got fucking captured by Wizard Man. So they botched that shit up. And then like and then they don't fucking show up at all in the second half. And then at the end, it's like, oh, we expected them to believe that they beat a wave by themselves, even though they've never successfully beaten a wave ever. Like, the fucking other heroes exist solely so the S.H.I.E.L.D. hero can be more cool, which is the same complaint I made the first time. They're just fucking useless characters that are just there to stroke the main character's dick. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye-bye.